Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to consider set. But before we start, let's know the meaning of a set. For a simple definition we have over here, it says a set is a number involving a root that cannot be simplified to remove the root sign. So the root sign is this sign now, or you can call it a radical sign. So any number involving this root in which that number cannot be simplified to remove this sign from that number is a set. Now let's consider this one. Square root of 25 or root of 25. Now let's try and simplify this one. Now the 25 is the same as 5 squared, or 5 times 5. Now these two here can cancel out the root sign and I'm gonna have 5. As you can see, I have been able to simplify this number, this 25, involving this root sign, and I have been able to remove the root sign. Therefore root 25 is not a set because I've been able to remove the 5. Now again, square root of 36. Now 36 is the same as 6 times 6, and 6 times 6 according to indices is 6 squared, and 6 squared, the 2 will be able to cancel out the root sign and I'm gonna have 6. Here again, I've been able to remove the root sign. Therefore root 36 is not a set. But let's consider this one, square root of 7. Now how do I simplify this one to remove the root sign? Now even if I'm able to remove, I'm not going to get a whole number or a rational number. Therefore root 7 is a set. The same thing implies to root 2, root 3, root 5, and mostly all prime numbers. Root of prime numbers, it will be difficult for you to simplify them to get a whole number or a rational number. Therefore these numbers are called set. So that's why I said a set is any number that cannot be simplified to remove the root sign. Now let's consider, before we even continue, let's consider perfect squares. Now what is a perfect square? Perfect squares, any number that can be multiplied by itself. 3 times 3 is 9. So as you can see, I multiply the same number, which is 3, to get 9. Therefore 9 is a perfect square. And I have 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Now I got 25 by multiplying the same number, which is 5 and 5. Therefore 25 is also a perfect square. The same thing implies 10 times 10 is going to give me 100. Now 100 was, I got it by multiplying 10 and then 10. Therefore 100 is a perfect square. Now what if we put this perfect squares in the square root of, so let's begin from 1. Now when I put 1 inside, bear in mind 1 is also a perfect square because 1 times 1 is going to give me 1. Now when I put the 1 inside the radical sign or the root sign, I'm going to have 1. The square root of 4 is going to give me 2. Now if you want to prove it, square root of 4 is the same as 2 squared. Now the 2 is going to cancel the root sign and you're going to have 2. Therefore square root of 4 is going to give you 2. Now square root of 9 is going to give you 3. Square root of 16 is going to give you 4. Square root of 25 is going to give you 5. Square root of 36 is also going to give you 6. Square root of 49 is going to give you 7. Square root of 64 is going to give you 8. Square root of 81 is going to give you 9. Square root of 100 is going to give you 10. Square root of 121 is going to give you 11. Square root of 144 is going to give you 12. Square root of 169 is also going to give you 13. Square root of 196 is going to give you 14. Square root of 225 is 15. Square root of 256 is 16. Square root of 289 is 17. Square root of 324 is 18. Square root of 361 is 19, and finally square root of 400 is 20. Now it's better if you can memorize or know this or if you can know the square root of this perfect squares, but because that one is going to help you to easily solve said questions involving set. So from the square root of 1 up to the square root of 400. Now let's move on. Now when we say we are simplifying set, it simply means we want to reduce that set into a number in which we can no longer reduce it or break it down again. So example, let's try and simplify square root of 27. Square root of 27, as you know, 27 is not a perfect square. So let's try and then simplify this number. Always you have to find two numbers such that you can multiply to get the 27. Now that two numbers, make sure that one of them will be a perfect square. So example, so what two numbers can you think you can multiply to get 27? Now as you know, 27 is same as 3 times 9 or 9 times 3. As you know, then 3 over here is not a perfect square, but a 9 is a perfect square. Now after you've multiplied it like this, then you go ahead and then split them into two. So I'm gonna have square root of 9 here and then square root of 3 here. So I have square root of 9 here and then square root of 3 here. So as I showed you earlier, 9 is a perfect square and the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm gonna have 3 times square root of, now the root 3 is a set, so I cannot simplify it or to get a whole number or a rational number, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So over here 1 is here, so we assume that there's 1 here, and 3 times 1 will give you 3. Therefore we add the set to it and then it's gonna be 3 root 3. Also, let's consider square root of 32. So always you have to find two numbers such that if you multiply it to get a 32, one of them will be a perfect square. Now 32, I can have 2 times 16 to give me 32, and also 4 times 8 to give me 32, but I think using this one will help me. So I'm gonna say 32 is the same as 16 times 2 or 2 times 16. Now after you've done this one, then you can split them into two, and then you have square root of 16 times square root of 2. And square root of 16, as I showed you earlier, is 4 because 16 is a perfect square. So it can be simplified like this. Square root of 16 is same as 4 squared times square root of 2. The 2 is going to cancel the root sign, so I'm going to have 4 times square root of 2. So the final answer is going to be 4 root 2. And let's consider the last one, square root of 128. Now 128, now when I multiply 2 times 64, I'm gonna get 128. The 2 is not a perfect square, but the 64 is a perfect square. So this one, I think you're gonna do a try and error, or you're gonna multiply different kinds of number and then to be able to arrive this one. Now over here, so I'm gonna say that square root of 128 is the same as 64 times 2. It's always better if you can bring the number which is a perfect square first and then the other number second. Now this one, I'm gonna split it into square root of 64 times square root of 2. And square root of 64, the 64 is a perfect square, so a squared times root 2. Now the 2 is going to cancel the square root sign, so I'm going to have 8 root 2. Now that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Now don't forget, I'm going to upload more videos under set, so don't forget to check that one out, but make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it.